Hello, 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 hello. How are you? This is Els coming from Bemis Crafty Corner, and today we're gonna get started on what has kind of become a Christmas tradition. Um, the first of two boxes that I'm going to do for Christmas this year. If you have not seen the boxes, you can look. There's a playlist actually that has all of the boxes that I've done over the years. So this year we're going to be doing two boxes, and we're going to get started on the first of those today. So I'm going to get out some supplies, and I will be right back. So, supplies. Let's start off with what we're doing. We're going to be making this one, okay? And it's just a little, lidded box. This one measures, when it's all said and done, 4 inches by 3 inches by 1.5. So it's 1.5 inches tall, 4 inches wide, 4 inches long and 3 inches wide. So it's a cute little box, and there's a lot of good things that you could put in there. This one's very easy to do, so we're going to go ahead and look at the supplies on this one. And we are looking for a paper trimmer, some glue. Now, you could use tape, but I recommend glue on these, okay? Pair of scissors, some scoring tools, a scoreboard, a punch to punch the finger pull would be helpful, and some paper. You're going to want some cardstock and something to decorate with, okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and move everything off of here, and then we're going to go ahead and get started cutting and scoring, so I'll be right back. So the first piece we're going to cut is going to be our base, okay? And this is going to be a piece that is 10.5. So this can be cut out of an 8.5 by 11. 10.5 by 7. Okay, that's our base. So I'm just going to set that to the side. And then for the mat on the top of this, we're going to use a piece that is 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. So let's go 3 3/4 by 2 3/4, and be mindful of, if your paper is directional. Okay, so that's our piece. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of this, and we're going to bring in the scoreboard. So this piece we're going to leave alone. Okay, we're going to bring back in this piece. And we're going to do some very simple scoring here. On the long side, that's the 10.5 inch side, we're going to score this at 1.5. A couple of light scores here as opposed to one big deep gouging score. 4.5. Then at 6. And again at 9. Okay? Then we're going to turn this. Doesn't matter which direction because it's the same on both sides. We're going to score at 1.5. And then over here at 5.5. Okay? Now, this one is actually relatively easy because you don't have to really cut anything away. Alright? So, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to fold and burnish all of our score lines. Remember, valleys into hills, hills into valleys. Okay. So what does that mean? Well, the top piece where you pushed down the paper, that's the valley, and the part on the back where it's popped up, that's the hill. So hills into valleys, valleys into hills. Now, why? Because that helps keep your paper from cracking. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and burnish all of those score marks, and when they're all done being burnished, we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how we're going to cut to make this box form, okay? So I will be right back. So we're going to do some cutting. Wherever there's a score line, up to the score line, we're going to cut, okay? So just cutting to the side of the score line on the inside of the larger flap, okay? And then I'm going to cut a little wedge just to remove that score line. okay? So basically I want the score lines to go away. Okay? So all of these, you're going to always cut to the side that is the longer side, the longer panel, longer box, and then cut away the angle on the smaller tab, okay? So you want this line nice and straight, just inside the score line there, and then this side, just a little bit of an angle to get rid of the score line, okay? Same thing up here, a nice straight line on this part, and a slightly angled piece on that one, okay? And you want to make sure that you take away that score line needs to go. Take it away, okay? So we're going to do that on all of these. To the score line and a little bit of an angle. Score line, angle, just a little bit there. There we go. Score line, angle, score line, angle. Okay? So you should have a piece that looks like this. Whole bunch of flappies. All right? So go do that, and when I come back, we're going to put this together. Okay, so now for ease of assembly, we're going to do very small wedges on these outside pieces on all four corners. Doesn't have to be much. Okay, and this is just to help reduce bulk and give you a little bit of playroom, basically. And now we're going to glue. So we're going to start on either end, it doesn't matter. We're going to fold these two pieces in. We're going to put our glue on them. And what we want is when we stand this up, we're going to stand up these and bring this up, and we want this line and this to be square. Okay? Not over it, not past it, just nice and square. Okay? Just like that. We want this edge to meet that fold. Okay? Just like that. Now, the next set, we're going to fold those in. Adhesive. We're going to stand this up, and we're going to do the same thing. We are looking to make this so that this edge and that fold come together. Okay? That is going to help us make sure that our box is square. Okay? And then we're going to do it one more time. Fold nice and square. Nice and square. Okay. Then we're going to put our little finger pull right here in the front. It doesn't have to be big. It can be small. Okay? I'm telling you, I need a new punch. There we go. Just trim that out. All right. So now your box should fold like this. And then you can take your decorated paper and you can put this on with tape if you want. Go ahead and put that on there. just like that. And there's your little box. Okay, so again, this box is 4 inches by 3 inches by 1.5. Okay, so nice amount of room here. And if you want to do, you know, you want to decorate it a little bit more, you could certainly put a little label on it, you know, like for you or thank you or whatever you're using this for. Okay, you could certainly put a little label on the front of it there. And you could ink this if you want to. I don't ever really find a reason to ink my boxes, but you know, some people like that look. So that's it. That's our first box of the season. We're going to be doing another one here probably later this week. If you have any questions, put those in the comment section below. Also, check out the community tab. Tells you everything that we've got going on. And check out my Facebook group. There's a link in the description box below. Until the next time, stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.